be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near southeastern Riverstone at 1:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sienna Plantation around 1:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. Fresno, Arcola, Iowa Colony, and Fort Bend, Houston around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take cover now. Move to a basement for up to 45 miles per hour expected. Winds in the morning, shifting to the southeast by midday and to the northwest by mid-afternoon. Where, according to the South Central and Southeast Texas. When, until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening. Gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving.
Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody, and welcome back here to some more coverage regarding, regarding this system here. Hope everyone is doing alright. Glad to have you guys here for today. So as you may or may not know, we have a pretty interesting event that is ahead of us here for today with all types of hazards being possible, ranging from tornadoes to large hail to damaging winds, and obviously even to the potential of maybe even a lot of heavy snowfall as well. So anyways, my friends, hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you guys here. Like I said, guys, so my camera is still not fixed. I tried getting it working this morning, but it decided it's still not wanting to work at all. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go to live stream without my camera this time. But we'll get a new camera here as soon as possible. But anyways, let's go ahead and see who is here for today. We have ourselves Elite. We have Arctic, or Courtney. We have Buja. We have, let's see, Kyra. I think that's how you say that. I could be wrong. We have Liam. We have Mark. What's up, everybody? Hope all of you guys are doing all right. But, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. We have ourselves a bit of info kicking off. Like I said, normally on the left-hand side there where that black screen is, that's where my camera would be. But, like I said, my camera's not working today, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, we have a tornado warning here. We're just going to dive right on into it. We have a tornado warning that is active here just south of Houston. This is near the areas here of Thompson's, here towards the region south of Fresno as well. Obviously here directly just southwest of Houston. So if you're anywhere near this area, there's a possibility we could be seeing a tornado develop here, if it's not already, very, very shortly. So obviously a tornado warning means you need to take action, meaning you need to be in your shelters. Obviously, like I said, central interior room of your home is the best place you want to go. I mean, other than a basement or a storm cellar, which is obviously the first place you want to go. But if you don't have any of those, obviously the next best thing is to go to the central interior room of your home. Put as many walls between yourself or the outside and into yourself as most as possible to provide as many layers of protection as possible. So definitely be looking out for that, my friends. But anyway, so on the storm here, we take a look here over a velocity scan. Honestly, I'm not really seeing that much heavy rotation. It's more of just like straight line wind damage concerns, honestly. This storm in particular does look like it is going to be a pretty nasty wind producer here. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning just to the north as well, just north here of Needville. South here of Katy, west here of Houston for the most part. But like I said, this one in particular has the possibility of producing some damaging winds here, anywhere from 60 miles an hour or up to 60 mile an hour wind gusts here. Also showing the possibility here of quarter-size hail, in which we are going to be keeping an eye out for it. But that is kind of what we are looking at. But other than that, that's the only active warnings we have at the moment. Now, we do have a big tornado watch that's in effect here. This got issued a little bit ago. This expires at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which that is in effect here until 7 p.m., guys. So we have about 4 hours and 10 minutes. Is that correct? Yeah, about 4 hours and 10 minutes until this does get canceled here. So we have a little bit to go here. Honestly, you can see here on the left-hand side, maximum wind gusts here up to 70 miles per hour. So obviously some pretty nasty wind gusts regarding these storms that could fire off inside this watch area. Something to watch out here for. Max hail here up to basically 1.5 inches or kind of near ping pong ball size hail. Definitely could be possible regarding the hail sizes for today. But we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. But once again, expires here at 7 o'clock Eastern, which will be 6 o'clock Central, or 6 local to the people who are over here. But anyways, But like I said, guys, we do have a tornado warning here, which we need to be watching out here very, very closely. Like I said here, this is in Texas, by the way. This is directly southwest of Houston. Right here, just southwest of Houston for areas near Thompson's, near Fresno, for Iowa Colony. So those areas there is inside of the warning, in which if you guys are across those areas, obviously the first thing you want to do is get to your shelter. If you can, bring your shoes, bring a helmet. Obviously, bring all of these, maybe a first aid kit as well, just to help in case if something does happen. Whether it being, an injury, you have a first aid kit there. Bring your shoes, because you got to think, say worst case scenario does happen and a tornado actually does drop. Obviously, there's going to be all kinds of sharp objects on the ground, and the last thing you want to do is stepping through all that rubble, which would obviously, probably cause some injuries, in which, we can probably prevent here by bringing, our shoes to our shelter. So do that. Obviously, bring a helmet to help protect your head from flying debris and stuff like that. That's just obviously, going to give you the most protection regarding that type of activity. But like I said, guys, once again, tornado warning here just directly south of Houston here. But that is kind of what we're looking at. Let's see here. Bug says, hi, Andrew and all. Prayers for all in the storm. Stay safe. Working but listening. Well, glad to have you here, Bug. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here once again. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said here, just to the north of that here for areas southwest of Houston, for areas here towards like Missouri City, towards Rosenberg, here towards Hunters Creek. I think that's what that is, right? Hunters Creek Village, just south of that. So we have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So obviously we can expect some wind damage, possible concerns out of this. So in this case, obviously the best thing you'd want to do is stay away from windows, because you don't want any flying debris or anything like that to come through. And oh gosh, guys, we just have a new update. This tornado has just went confirmed. That is a confirmed tornado. You can see right there, it says observed. Okay, all right. So guys, that marks our first one for today. The first tornado warning we looked at here today already has a confirmed tornado on it south of Thompson's. That is not good. That is not good at all. We're going to have to watch out. So you see this little ball here? That is showing that there is a bit of, a bit of debris that's being scanned by the radar. But it's really hard. It's really difficult to see where that heavy rotation's at. Let's try storm relative velocity. Yeah, it really didn't show it, but apparently, yep, there has been a confirmed tornado on this, and which is a good, like I said, a good thing to, obviously be in your shelter at this point, especially now knowing that this has actually been confirmed and that there is debris that's being detected by radar. So that's a little concerning. Let's see here. Busha says, does the radar show if Needville/Rosenberg areas is out of bad parts yet? So it depends on where that's at. I might have to look up the areas here in order to show it. Okay, there we go. No, actually, I found it. Here's Rosenberg. Okay, so yeah, for Rosenberg here, towards the region here of Rosenberg, the worst of it, yes, is out of your way. You're still in that severe thunderstorm warning, which you will be for the next 5 minutes, but practically a lot of the worst of it is over. You can see where, more north of you, where we have a lot more of those darker reds and some pinks and purples starting to pop up here. That's where the heaviest of it is, and that's likely where those damaging winds are lying over there. So yeah, if you're here towards Rosenberg, the worst of it is already indeed over. But like I said, you're still in that warning. You should still, remain away from windows still. I'm sure there's still some lightning activity and all kinds of fun stuff like that going on there. But anyways, once again, yep, guys, new information coming through. Like I said here, there is indeed a confirmed tornado here on the ground here towards Thompson's, south of Fresno. This is directly just west here of Manville. Once again, this is directly just south of Houston, really not far away from Houston. And like I said, the radar here indeed has detected some debris aloft. Obviously, you can see these right here. That is the debris signature that's been popped up here by radar. We go back here a little few frames, and you can see how obviously, over the last few frames there, we've had a few little drops there. So obviously that is a bit a bit concerning here. But yeah, so that marks our first tornado here on the stream, anyways. Obviously that is a little bit concerning to watch out for. And like I said, obviously we do have a pretty big risk here for today. If you guys are just joining us, we still have the enhanced risk today, but they've actually extended it a lot more further. We had two separate enhanced risks here earlier yesterday. and they actually merge those together. So if we actually remove the current radar view here for 1 second, and we remove the watches here, you can see how the overall enhanced risk, stretches all the way from areas here now in Houston. Now, yesterday, Houston was not included with this slight risk here. Houston now is in the enhanced risk, which is the biggest threat for today. So obviously, areas here like in the far eastern coastline of Texas, stretching all the way down through southern Louisiana, towards Lafayette now, including New Orleans here. Obviously Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida. Those areas are indeed in the worst shade here for today. And like I said, there's basically 3 levels of severity for today. Like I said, there's actually, the way the scale works, it's a scale from 1 to 5. And obviously the 5 is the worst, 1 is the least. And so we have a level 3 out of 5 for today. Obviously where, level 3 is right here in the orange. That's where the greatest potential of severe weather, that's where the strongest storms are going to be, expected. Around those regions. Level 2 out of 5 across the yellow, and level 1 out of 5. So if you're in the green, here towards like Jackson, Mississippi, those surrounding areas here in the dark green, obviously we can expect a little bit of thunderstorm activity. Some storms, some storms could rarely be severe, but obviously we need to be watching out for, because severe storms in general does indeed have potentially some life-threatening characteristics here, which we got to be watching out for. Then we have ourselves level 2. Obviously, that is across portions here, areas here near Houston, going straight down south of Jackson, Mississippi. So that's kind of across those areas where storms are going to be more common, where we're going to see more of severe storms become more common, and perhaps, maybe a little bit more stronger of the severe storms versus the dark green. And of course, like I said, the bullseye for today, we have that enhanced risk here. Across the orange, which, like I said, that's the big boy threat for today. That is where we can expect numerous severe thunderstorms today, and obviously with all types of impacts being expected. And like I said, guys, if you're just tuning into us, we do have a confirmed tornado that's on the ground here. We have this tornado warning, though. It's about to expire here in about 1 minute. We're going to turn back on the radar view here for a second. This is right here in Houston. But according to the latest scan here, there's a little bit of something still being detected up there, But anyways, we're going to be watching out for this. This warning is about to be expired here in approximately 1 minute. So we have just a little bit to go. Now, here's the question. Are we going to be seeing this tornado warning being extended? And if so, where would it include? Now, if this does get extended here, this would include Fresno and probably areas here towards Pearland, areas here possibly towards Brookside Village, would likely be included if they decide they would like to extend this warning here, in which we are just going to be watching out for. But it does not appear as of now that they're going to do such, because obviously we only have about 20 seconds left of this warning. So obviously I would have figured they would have probably have issued it by now, if they were going to. But anyways, we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll see how things do. We'll just see how things do, kind of play out here. But yeah, so you guys are good to come out of your shelters if you're here towards Thompson's, here towards Iowa Colony, Fresno area. I'd still be on lookout and be ready to take action in case of another tornado warning is issued. But as of now, that is the only one that we had, and obviously that is now gone, which is definitely good news. Anyways, but yeah, areas of Houston now is absolutely getting battered by these storms here at the moment. Like I said, we are indeed seeing some, pretty heavy precipitation that is currently falling across those areas. And I can only imagine, obviously mixing in there with some wind damage possibly. I wouldn't say really wind damage, but I'd say more of gusty winds that could cause some localized damage. Obviously the possibility, of nearly zero visibility, or I wouldn't say a complete zero, but I'd say easily less than a mile of visibility here. Looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning, a pretty large one too, coming off here across the intercom as well, as you guys might be able to hear. So let's go and take a listen to this as we read the warning. Let's see what this one's all about.
The National Weather Service in Lake City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for western Galveston County,
Okay, Galveston County,
southeastern Fort Bend County,
Fort Bend County,
Texas, Brazoria County in south
Brazoria County, I think that's how you say that.
Matagorda County in southeastern Texas, south
Matagorda,
County in south
Harris County, until 2:30 Central, y'all.
p.m. Central Standard Time. At 1:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, a line of severe
Yeah, here you go, guys. If you want to follow along,
a line extending from Arcola to Holiday Lakes to near
So just 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of this one.
Source, radar indicated. Intact. Expect damage to roofs. Sighting.
So there's not much of a hail threat out of this one.
Impacted include southern Pasadena, Pearland, Lake City, southeastern Missouri City, Galveston Island, West End, Friendswood, Lake Jackson, Alvin, Angleton, Dickinson, Santa Fe, Freeport, Clute, Webster, Hitchcock, Manville, West Columbia, Sweetie, Surfside Beach, and Clear Lake. A tornado watch remains in effect until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for southeastern Texas.
Okay.
For your protection, move to an interior
So there you go, guys. So what you just heard there, guys, was a severe thunderstorm warning that has just now been issued just south here of Houston. So this does include areas such as Lake Jackson, areas here such as Alvin, Friendswood, here towards Manville. There's Danbury as well. Let's see here, Angleton. So all of those areas here, you see Bezora. So yeah, you guys are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning, obviously regarding the potential of wind damage. As you can see here, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So obviously watch out for a few wind gusts that could get up to 60 miles an hour. So be on the lookout for that. Obviously, in regarding to small hail is also possible. I mean, you can see that there's 0.75, which that's penny-size hail. So obviously, really not expecting anything big when it comes to anything big when it comes to hail and stuff like that. But anyways, that is indeed what we are seeing here as of now. So that's just a newly developed warning, guys. If you're just now joining us, that is the new information here on the block. And like I said, Houston right now is actually getting hit pretty hard. Let's see if I can find a Houston. Let's see if I can find a Houston live camera. That would be pretty cool. Let's see here. Houston. Oh, here we go. I think we got a live camera for y'all. Let me see. We're gonna wait for this thing to load here. Oh, is that live? That can't be live, is it? Okay, here's a live camera. I don't know. There we go. I don't know how live that is. Yeah, obviously, that can't be right. That cannot be right. Yeah, the traffic's not even moving. The cars aren't even moving. So I'm gonna have to say that that's a frozen camera or something. Yeah, that's definitely not really doing much here. Let's see if I can pull up my camera again. Let's see. Is it working? Oh, shoot, it's working. All right, cool. What's up, guys? For now, it'll probably kick out here in the next little bit. Speaking of, Haley's like, what's going on with my camera? Yeah, I don't know. It either overheats or it's a software glitch where every once in a while it'll work and then it'll cut out, which it's just weird how all that works. I don't know. It's done it so many times in the past. At this point, I don't even really care. But I mean, I obviously do. But I'll get a new camera here once I go back. Because like I said, here this weekend I'm traveling from Florida to Kentucky, and obviously back where I live. So I'll be able to, once I get stationed in Kentucky again, then I will obviously, look into getting a new camera and stuff, which will be good. But anyways, once again, like I said, guys, we have a warning here in effect for areas here towards like Lake Jackson. Here's areas here west of Lake City here for areas of Friendswood, Manville. Let's see here for portions of Alvin, Santa Fe. Let's see Bonnie getting ready to get hit here pretty good as well. Actually, I'll put on the shades here. See here Angleton as well, or Angleton, Angel. Say Angel. It's Angleton. That's right. But yeah, for Lake Jackson here as well. Yeah, you guys are about to get slammed by the storm here. Like I said, I tried to pull up a live camera here, but apparently it's not wanting to do much. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, it just has a bad camera. Not home right now to replace it. Yeah, but I'll be home this weekend. On Sunday, I'll be home, so I'll look into that. Courtney says, remember to like the stream. It helps out so much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys could, make sure you, hit that like button. If you guys are enjoying this, also, like I said, if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. But anyways, but here's the thing. So I'm not going to be able to go live much for now. I actually mentioned this in my last live stream I did. Until about 4-ish, I'm going to be able to go live here for you all today, or for now. at least. And then obviously I'm going to be going back live tonight for nighttime coverage, probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that. But anyways, that'll be good though, because a lot of, like I said, a lot of the YouTubers that stream the weather right now are streaming, and obviously, they're going to get tired, they're going to get exhausted, and then they're going to head off while the severe storms are still continuing. And at that point, that could be my turn to get on the air and obviously, continue up where they left off, which would be great. So that'll obviously probably work out pretty good. Let's see. I hope my camera doesn't cut out again. Yeah, me too. But there's no, there ain't no telling with this camera. It's just something it loves to do here. But anyways, yeah. So taking a look here, guys. Like I said, once again, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here towards, once again, like I said, here towards Lake Jackson area. Here for League City, we're going to be watching out for that one. Like I said, eventually it's going to be moving in towards those areas. Areas of Bonnie, just now starting to get hit pretty hard. Same thing for areas here of Pearland and those surrounding areas. So we're going to be watching out for that. Angleton. We have Lake Jackson that's starting to get impacted here as well. Like I said, obviously areas here towards was that Sweeney, just now starting to kind of pull out of it for the most part, and stuff like that. Did my camera go out? It did. Okay, well guys, my camera went out again, unfortunately. I think that Haley jinxed it, honestly. Oh wow, that's just stupid. Anyways, but yeah, I'll get my camera fixed as soon as possible. Obviously, I'll we'll see what we can do with it. I'm just gonna get a whole new camera. Not even gonna worry about fixing this one. But yeah, that's what's going on, my friends, right now. And like I said, the big part of this severe weather event is just now really starting to fire off here. And like I said, this is going to be continuing here for the next several hours. This is going to be continuing here for a lot of today. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and switch on over here, guys, to the future radar. Basically to the future here. Regarding the system. Like I said, the current time here across the east is 3 o'clock. Which this is for right about now. Obviously, kind of a big clump of mess. With these storms that's kicking off across the way here. And as we track our way down in time, obviously for later on this evening and stuff, this line is going to be well more defined and stuff. Right now it's just a big convective mess essentially, but it's going to be it's going to turn in well more defined here, at least forecasted to. As we track our way down here later on this evening. And obviously the snow is going to be kicking up here as well. If we switch on back here to the, like I said, if we switch on back here to the actual view, the national radar view here regarding things, you can see how the north, north of the storms, I should say, is seeing a bit of snowfall. Now areas here towards the panhandle of Texas seen a lot of snowfall last night. We are still seeing a bit of snow activity across the region now, but this is now really moving into areas here of Oklahoma, seeing snowfall and everything like that. So obviously, we were talking about this here over the last little bit, and how, obviously a mixture of rainfall can obviously be a possibility here. Like I said, obviously, a mixture of rainfall as well as snowfall kind of mixing in across the regions, but so we're just going to be watching out. Like I said, there is a nasty winter side to this event here as well, unfortunately. And like I said, there's just a whole bunch of, this whole system is just a mess, essentially. Bringing a whole bunch of storms for the south and then bringing a bit of snow for the central plains. Now, eventually, as we were looking at, and as we'll show you guys here right now, eventually, like I said, so we track our way up here in time for later on, around midnight tonight, how the snow is going to pull out of Texas, move through Oklahoma, through portions of eastern Kansas, really cutting through Missouri at this point. And look how heavy the snow potentially could be falling across areas of southern Illinois, southern Indiana, perhaps western Kentucky as well, northwestern Arkansas, which we are going to be watching out for. Oh, shoot. We got a tornado warning, and it's confirmed, apparently. What was this, an unwarned tornado? Uh-oh. Let's listen to this, guys.
The National Weather Service in League City has issued a tornado.
That's observed, too.
North central Brazoria County in southeastern Texas.
Uh-oh.
Eastern Harris County in southeastern Texas. until 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
We're going to turn this up, y'all.
At 2:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, a confirmed tornado was located over southern Pearland, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado. Source, emergency management confirmed tornado.
Okay.
Impact.
So it was
Flying
reported by
debris
people.
will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. The tornado will be near Northern Friendswood, Greater Hobby area, and Edgebrook area around 2:20 p.m. Central
Yeah, that's not good.
Time. Webster, South Ellington, and Ellington Field around 2:25 p.m. Central Standard Time. Southwestern Pasadena, Western Seabrook, Clear Lake, Nassau Bay, Taylor Lake Village, El Lago, and the Johnson Space Center around 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, that was kind of a sudden pop-up here. I was going to turn back my radio down. Yeah, that just randomly popped up there. Like, it went straight from an unwarned tornado, or it went straight up from not even a tornado warning to just straight confirmed here by emergency management. So that's not very good. But anyways, yeah, areas here, I said towards like South Pearland. Yeah, that's where this tornado is located or was detected here by emergency management. So, yeah. So overall, y'all, that's a little concerning there. However, I'm not seeing anything on, like I said, I'm not seeing anything on correlation coefficient regarding any debris signatures. But once again, I mean, like I said, it was detected, it was observed by emergency management, which emergency management's like, you know, I believe like police officers or. But anyways, but yep. So that is, that's the thing there. So once again, yep, tornado has indeed been reported here. That marks our second tornado in the last 30 minutes, guys. Holy cow. That's just kind of a preview to show just how nasty today might actually play out. Like, that's a little concerning, honestly. And like I said, we have a big day ahead of us today. And, with that being said, I mean, shoot, that's just quite nasty. And like I said, we've had, at this moment here, we've had 2 confirmed tornadoes here. Yeah, it was actually out of the same line. You see, the first one that happened went confirmed, and then the second one went through. That's actually a little bit interesting. Crystal's here. What's up, Crystal? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. We're gonna turn off the national radar there, but we got the local radar here giving us better information and such. But anyways, but yeah, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning just south here of that tornado warning we just are now talking about here. Like I said, if you guys are near or know anyone near Lake Jackson, Texas, towards like Danbury, obviously here towards like Manville, you guys are, Manville's getting hit pretty hard right now. All of those areas is getting ready to get pounded by these nasty storms here. So we're watching out for them. And like I said, the latest news, guys, that just came through is we have a confirmed tornado on the ground, according to emergency management. So obviously, it appears like a police officer or somebody along those fields has reported a active tornado on the ground. And like I said, though, we take a look here back towards like correlation coefficient. I mean, there's nothing being really popped up here, so it does not appear that there is, according to the radar, there's no debris being picked up. But anyways, this is still observed, and obviously, people have reported it. But we'll continue giving you all updates on this here. Obviously, like I said, this is an evolving situation that's currently unfolding here. And there is a bit of rotation to support it, though. Right here, just east of Pearland now. Obviously, that's that. Storm relative velocity, you can kind of see that little area right there. That is where we are indeed seeing a little bit of rotation that's actually kicking through. But anyways, so we're gonna have to watch out for that, and we'll see. We'll just see how things go. We'll just see how everything pops up out of that. But I tell you what, though, like I said, the wind shear, the overall environment today regarding these thunderstorms is absolutely nuts, actually. So we take a look here over at the meso analysis. I want to do this to show you guys what is occurring here. Let's see. Will this be a good view? I'm trying to find a good camera to switch to possibly. That's not gonna work. Let's see. That should. All right, we'll just go with this one. Okay. Anyways, but what we're looking here is the overall energy in the atmosphere. Yeah, there's really not much energy there. There's really just not much energy going on. You can see how we have a little bit of a peak here right towards like Houston. That's just enough energy to allow for severe storms to kick off there. But the winds, however, are very, very strong. We're talking these lower level jets here, as you can see, in excess of 60 knots, which is basically a lot of warm and moisture-rich air just driving and uppercutting the continental U.S. right now. And obviously, with that being said, that's bringing that strong wind energy there. And as we go up in the atmosphere here, we actually see that the wind direction changes quite dramatically from the north to actually the northeast, as you can actually see here. So obviously, we have a wind directional change. So obviously, if I was to plot a little area of those northerlies here, and then plot a little area of those northeasterlies, you can see how the wind direction changes to the northeast as you go up in the atmosphere. And with that being said, that creates spin out of any developing thunderstorm or multiple developing thunderstorms. And like I said, and as a result, we have what's going on here right now. And like I said, there is still a tornado warning in effect here that went back to radar indicated because there is no reports as of now that there is this tornado is still on the ground, but it was at once reported through emergency management, basically meaning that people have reported it, essentially, or a police officer or somebody has reported this a little bit ago. But right now it's back to just a normal radar indicated threat, which basically means that just radar has picked up rotation and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But that's the latest verdict. That's the latest info and such like that. But it's just pretty crazy to look at, once again, the crazy, the big old trough we have going on here. You see this big old dip in the jet stream and how it shoots up. It's just absolutely nuts. Very strong little area of low pressure we're definitely looking out there for. But anyways, that's what's going on there, my friends. That is indeed what we are looking at. And like I said, once again, everybody, we're not going to be able to be live here for too much longer because, like I said, my brother is actually about to come home from work here relatively soon, and obviously he has the house and he needs to do his own little thing. But once he goes to bed, which is around 9:30ish, we'll be going live around 9:30, 10 o'clock once again. Obviously, in order to cover the nighttime coverage of this. Obviously the nocturnal potential out of it. But anyways, we'll definitely be here for y'all. Like I said, the threat does continue over a quite large distance here. Like I said, we take a look here back at today's risk, and you can see how it covers as far, a pretty nasty amount of area. Obviously, areas here, in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, basically western panhandle of Florida, kind of towards Pensacola region. We have a pretty big risk here across those areas regarding today's severe potential. And like I said, we take a look here back over at the the models here, towards the southeastern U.S. These storms are going to be continuing for quite a while, well into the nighttime hours. So honestly, we're probably going to head off here very soon, and we're going to be covering the nighttime version of this. Because like I said, this is going to be continuing well past midnight. And you can see here, if I take a look here back at my main screen here, obviously regarding the convective outlook for today, you can see how the risk goes as far east. That enhanced risk, that big risk for today, goes as far east as western panhandle of Florida. And like I said, we take a look here back at the future radar regarding such. And like I said, it's not supposed to reach that area kind of around until 5 in the morning. Eastern time. So obviously this is going to be a prolonged event. This is going to be happening from now all the way until pretty much the next 2 days. This is definitely going to be carrying on here for quite a while here, in which we're going to need to be watching out for this here. Quite interesting. Okay, guys, this just went confirmed again. Okay, that is getting a lot nastier. Okay, guys, we have some very strong rotation on this storm again. Uh-oh, this is not good. Let's see here. Take a look here back at correlation coefficient. Holy cow, that is a big debris ball. Okay, yep. So we have an active tornado on the ground, you guys. We're probably about to get another tornado warning here soon. Let's see. Where is this thing tracking here? This thing's tracking to the northeast. So I think areas eventually towards like Deer Park might eventually get a warning here. You can see how that is. Holy cow. See, yeah, but this is now damaging tornado radar, confirmed tornado there. Yep, that is not good. That is not good at all. Holy cow. Okay, so yeah, that's a very nasty debris signature. So what you're looking at, guys, right now, that big blue ball is essentially like tornadic debris, such as like leaves, sticks, whatever could be thrown up by a tornado is being detected right there. Which, wow, that is being combated by some very, very violent rotation, which is not good at all. That is quite violent. That is actually really nasty. That is actually really, really nasty. Wow. So, yeah, as you just heard there, a potentially deadly tornado is on the ground here right now, so everybody has got to be inside their shelters. Like I said, obviously, the best place you want to go to is if you don't have a basement, if you don't have a storm cellar, obviously, the next best thing is to go to the central interior room of your home and put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Obviously, that will, give you, like I said, that'll obviously give you, a good amount of protection regarding, the tornado here. So please be on the lookout for that, and please be in your shelter, guys. Like I said, this is seriously pretty nasty. And this is just here east of Houston. Here as of now, the rotation is still quite strong here. Storm relative velocity is definitely quite strong here. That is a massive debris ball. That is absolutely huge. Is this thing heading towards Deer Park? Let's see here. This is tracking. Oh, dude, this looks like it's tracking right towards Deer Park. So even though there's not a tornado warning for Deer Park, it would be recommended to get into your shelter, because it does appear that this tornado is getting ready to cross over Deer Park here if it continues on its trend, basically over the next few minutes. So if you're in Deer Park, Texas, once again, this is just east here of Houston, Deer Park, Texas. You guys are in the direct path here of a damaging and deadly tornado that is moving through here at the moment. So once again, if you are in Deer Park, Texas, they just now issued a warning for those areas. Holy cow, what is this? Catastrophic? Tornado emergency? Okay. That's... Holy cow, guys, they just issued a tornado emergency. Okay, now that's a big deal. That is a very big deal, and you know what? We're not getting off the air right now. We got to listen to this warning, because this is about to be nasty, you guys. Holy cow. Deadly tornado radar confirmed. Tornado. Life-threatening situation.
Tornado emergency for parts of South Harris. The National Weather Service in Lead City has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Chambers County in southeastern Texas, south central Liberty.
I'm going to try to get my camera working again.
Southeastern Texas, southeastern Harris County in southeastern Texas until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, got it for now.
3 p.m. Central Standard Time. A confirmed large and destructive
tornado
was observed over northwestern Pasadena, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for parts of southeast Texas.
That's
This
not
is
good.
a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, radar confirmed tornado. Impact,
Listen to
you are
this.
in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible.
Yeah.
The tornado will
Complete
be
destruction is
more
possible, and you know how bad that is when they say that word.
30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Baytown, Highlands, and Channelview around.
Yeah, this is
2:30
not good,
Central
guys.
Standard Time. There is
Hunter
around
says, where is this
2:40
at? This is
Central
right here
Standard
east of
Time.
Houston, Texas. You know, Houston's right here.
Until around 2:45 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah, so if you're in the areas of like Deer Park,
Central Standard Time.
you better be in your shelter right now because you're about to have a large tornado go right over you.
Deadly tornado is on the ground.
Not trying to scare you, but that's just reality. Okay, yep, Deer Park.
Move to an interior
You better be in your
room
shelter
on the
now because it is
floor
moving
of
over
the
Deer
building.
Park here right
Avoid
now.
windows.
This is tracking. This is going to be tracking here west of
Move to the closest
Baytown.
substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
That is not good.
The National Weather Service in League City has issued a flash.
Okay, so yep, as you just heard, guys, a tornado emergency has been issued for eastern Texas, east of Houston. That's not good at all. That is really not good at all. Once again, like I said, this is seriously is a huge concern here. Okay, special marine warning. Don't gotta worry about that. Holy cow, dude! It's only the early event here, and we already have a tornado emergency. Yeah, it's over Deer Park right now. So if you're in Deer Park, yeah, prayers goes out to you guys. Seriously, this is not good at all. Next up here, this is going to be going over, it appears, a bay area. If it continues on its track, it's going to be heading towards, if not left, of Baytown. Let's see here. Storm Chaser Brad streaming. Now they stop to help a person in a semi. That is, yeah, that is not good. Holy cow. But yeah, once again, everybody, if you're in Deer Park, if you know any family in Deer Park, you better contact them and see if they're okay. Because, like I said, if you don't understand, if you're just tuning into us right now, there is a tornado emergency, which is a very special kind of tornado warning. Doesn't get more worse than this. And they have issued this for areas in eastern Texas. I mean, this is literally right on the outskirts of Houston. This is not far from Houston. This is right here. Okay, they just now updated it. Still a tornado emergency with, you can see, tornado damage threat, catastrophic. Like I said, you have Deer Park there. Yeah, likely just took a big hit. That's crazy. So, yeah, Deer Park just took a big hit here. It looks like this is tracking, once again, here towards areas west of Baytown. So if you're near Baytown, obviously be in your shelter. After that, this will head in towards like Mount Bellevue. And obviously, like if you're over there, then yeah, you're going to want to prepare for this too. Because if this thing remains on the ground, I mean, like I said, this thing's a pretty nasty. This thing's actually a pretty nasty tornado that's on the ground here at the moment. Which is definitely not good news at all. Velocity here is still very, very nasty. But look at that. Like that's some very strong rotation here being detected by radar. Like that is absolutely just nuts. So, but once again, everybody, just please stay safe out there, guys. Once again, prayers. Guys, we need to say our prayers to these people here. So, obviously, if you're here, everybody, please say your prayers to Deer Park and surrounding areas because they just took a big hit here. Latest info on this storm here is tracking, obviously northeast here. It appears it's going to be impacting western Baytown. So if you're in Baytown, you've got to be in your shelters with this. Obviously, a basement is where you want to be, basement or storm cellar. And if you don't, I'm going to change that text here to tornado emergency because that's a big deal. For Baytown and let's see, where was it? Yeah, this literally has just now impacted Deer Park, Baytown. If there's anything we can do to get that word out there, we're going to do it. So Deer Park, Baytown, as well as getting ready to move into Mount Bellevue. Let's see, BELVIEU. There we go. Okay, well there you go. Tornado emergency in effect here. So this, we have a little bit to go, guys. You know, this is still. Holy cow! This is. This is quite the nasty situation. Like I said, if you guys are just joining us, we have a tornado emergency, and we never. I mean, like I said, we rarely see these. And usually if they're issued, that means a very large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground, in which that is the case right now. And that this thing is just ripping up things in its path. And like I said, this thing just, it looks like Deer Park literally took a direct hit there. Like Deer Park, it looks like it just got hit super hard. So obviously, Becca says it's awful as it's a rain-wrapped tornado. It is. And like I said, that's obviously what that means is that it is wrapped in a very heavy curtain of rain, and which makes the tornado impossible to see, which makes things even more dangerous because you can't see it. So don't wait until you see or hear the tornado. Act immediately. Once again, if you're here towards like Eastern Channel View, Western Baytown, eventually from Mount Bellevue, you better be in your shelter right now because, like I said, there's seriously a big, there's a huge tornado that is currently causing a lot of problems here. It's getting ready to move over this little channel here. It looks like on correlation coefficient, though, the debris signatures are kind of decaying, which might be a good indicator, but there is still some very strong rotation here. So, with that being said, though, there is still possibility. It could just be recycling. That's another thing we got to consider is the system, this tornado could just be redeveloping. Because they undergo sometimes recycling where they're very, very strong on the ground and they all of a sudden look like they're ending and it looks like they're stopping, but then they just go back at full force again. That's what I'm worried about. That is seriously what I'm worried about. And like I said here, west of Baytown is where this area of rotation is located now. It's now moving over like the channel here, in Eastern Channel View. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Texas, by the way. This is actually not far from Houston, believe it or not. Here, guys, listen to this radio.
Located over Houston Ship's Channel near Deer Park, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour.
Yeah, listen to this part here.
Tornado emergency for southeast Harris County and western Chambers County. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, radar confirmed tornado.
There you go.
Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation.
Yeah, listen to this, y'all.
Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely and complete destruction is possible. The tornado will be near Baytown around 2:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. Barrett around 2:45 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Rotation's still very strong.
Around 2:50 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Haley, yeah, this is the first tornado emergency of the year.
Central Standard Time. Old River Winfrey around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover
Hopefully,
now. Move to an interior room.
from the latest looks, it looks like it might be trying to weaken, but I'm not gonna let my current views state that yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Protect yourself from flying debris. Public information statement.
Okay.
The Texas Department of State Health Services announces that effective at 12:01 a.m. Monday, January 23rd, 2023, private oyster areas in Texas, one of Galveston Bay as depicted on the map dated November 1st, 2022, will be open to the harvesting of molluscan shellfish defined as oysters, clams, and mussels. This is your NOAA weather radio station.
Okay, that was weird. It said something about clams or whatever. Like, we're literally having a tornado emergency, and the weather radio is talking about clams and oysters. Anyways, but yeah, rotation, guys, is still kicking. Let's see here. We're going to look here back at correlation coefficient. It looks like that the debris signature has vanished. Tornadoes on the water, that's why objects aren't. Yeah, that's a good point. Like I said, it's moving over that little channel right here. But actually, the latest velocity scan has this back over land here. Which is crazy. Let's see here. Student wants me to look at zip codes. We're not doing zip codes right now. Because obvious reasons. Like I said, we have a tornado emergency once again, everybody, in effect here. East of Houston. Like I said, this is seriously a very big deal. People don't understand the amount of concerning problems we have here. And like I said, you have a tornado warning, and if you have something called a tornado emergency, that is, like I said, that's like God tier. And that basically means that a very large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground, and that basically anything in its path is susceptible to damage. And like I said, obviously, this is a catastrophic situation. You can even see that it's bad because, like I said, the Weather Service puts the damage to it as catastrophic, which is not good. Okay, they actually just now downgraded. Okay, they got rid of the tornado emergency, so let's go ahead and remove that. They actually just removed that tornado emergency, which is good. Likely because, like I said, we did just see that. It looks like that rotation is also kind of dying a little bit. So relative velocity, yeah, a little bit glitched there. Correlation coefficient, yeah. So there's no debris signature now. Unless that's one that just popped up there. Right there, but does it line up with velocity? It does. Okay, so I think it's still on the ground there. You can see that little dot. But it's right here. ZG says in Deer Park, yeah, Deer Park just got hit very hard. It's out of Deer Park now. Obviously, if you're in Deer Park, the worst is already done. But like I said, though, the next big concern is obviously Western Baytown right now. Like I said, Western Baytown. This is tracking right towards Mount Bellevue. So if you're near Mount Bellevue, once again, you better be in your shelter. You seriously have got to be in your shelter here. And but let's see, still observed here according to that. Particularly dangerous situation, damaging radar, or damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado once again. Yeah, that rotation's still quite strong. You can see that. It seems like it started forming close, then moved on quick. Don't think it's very strong, but I don't know. ZG, I don't know about that because we've seen some very, very nasty radar images supporting, like I said, supporting a lot of damage happening here in Deer Park. And this thing is moving quick too. You realize how fast this storm is moving? I mean, like, this thing is moving at blistering speeds here. I think it's moving at, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but okay. Latest correlation coefficient does not show anything here. Velocity. It does appear that rotation is bleeding down a little bit. Shut down shell chemical, but looks like they got it. Backup power now. Gotcha. Wait, so ZG, are you actually in Deer Park? And if so, dude, seriously, that is... Yeah, prayers goes out to you guys. That seriously was pretty scary to look at. And obviously, I hope no one got injured out of that. But honestly, I would not see how not. Hopefully, this tornado or this rotation finishes and bleeds out here. ZG says, yeah. Okay. So, that's crazy. So, ZG, I'm glad to see that you're okay, man. Seriously, that is some scary stuff. And obviously, if you can, ZG, if you would like to, you can send us, if you find any damage or anything like that, you can send us reports on Twitter at NWW1162. If you want to, show the stream here. But obviously don't do such, like I said, make sure that you are, don't do it if you're putting yourself in harm's way. I was outside looking for it, gotcha. Yeah, like I said, it definitely rocked the Deer Park, it looks like. Because like I said, we take a look here back at Deer Park, and you can see how it literally just went over the, went directly over Deer Park, it looks like. Which is not good at all. They put this, let's see, is this back? Okay, they put it back at radar indicated, so it is now. Okay, I think we're good. I think, yeah, the rotation is bleeding on it. Definitely not as strong as it once was, that's for sure. How dangerous is a tornado that can travel at the speed of sound? Well, luckily we don't have to worry about that. I don't even think physics would support that. But anyways, so guys, that is what we're looking at. Once again, if you are still like towards like Mount Bellevue, you still you got to be watching out for it. But guys, like I said, guys, I'm gonna have to head off here very, very shortly because, like I said, I'm actually not at my house right now. I'm here at my brother's, and he's about to get home here very, very soon. And so obviously I gotta, I gotta get off here for now. But we are coming back live here tonight. So around 9:30, 10 o'clock, we're gonna be live for the night shift. Because like I said, we take a look here back at the radar view and such. Like I said, as much as I would love to be here during the whole entire thing, trust me, if it was up to me, I would. But like I said, we literally have a lot of this event left here, well into tomorrow. This is going to be continuing here. So, but that is, that's definitely really, really crazy. Yeah, definitely really, really is crazy. But anyway, so guys, please just stay safe out there. And if there's anything I could do, I'm going to be quite active on Twitter, okay? That's the thing. So while I'm offline, I'm going to try to be active on Twitter here and give you guys informative updates regarding such. So if you would like to, follow us on Twitter at NWW1162, and we'll give you, the latest info and stuff like that. But But anyways, well, guys, like I said, it looks like this is dying down as of now, for right now, but there is still a tornado warning here in effect, which you should obviously still be inside of your shelter. We have 15 minutes to go. But that is going to wrap up the coverage here for right now. We are live here exactly an hour, which is, like I said, once again, guys, I'd love to be here during the entire thing. Honestly, if it was up to me, like I said, I really would. But I just got to get off here for now because, obviously the house is, not mine and stuff like that. So, but the good news is that I'm going back to Kentucky to my house this weekend. So, with that being said, then we'll, if an event happens like this again, we'll definitely be able to cover the whole thing for you. All right, my friends. Well, once again, that's going to wrap it up here for now. Please stay safe out there, my friends. Once again, we'll catch you guys later on tonight, kind of around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that, for the nighttime coverage, and we'll make sure to keep you guys informed and stuff like that. April says, thanks, Andrew. No, thank you. Bug says, thanks, Andrew. You as well. Absolutely, guys. So once again, thank you all for joining us. Sorry that this is a quick little live stream here, but we're going live later on tonight. The good news is that there is other streamers that's streaming this right now. So, and by tonight, a lot of them are probably going to be tired. So it's probably going to be good that I go live later on tonight anyways, to give you more coverage and stuff like that. So just look at it that way. But anyways, my friends, well, please be on the lookout for the weather tonight. Make sure you guys are honestly, actively watching this situation, because this is a very, very big deal today. All right, my friends. Well, we'll catch you all later on tonight. Please stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys later on. Peace out, my friends. Love you all. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you in the next one.
If a tornado or other severe weather is spotted, report it to the National Weather Service or your local nearest law enforcement agency who will send your report. This act may save the lives of others in the path of dangerous weather. The National Weather Service in League City has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from High Island to Freeport, Texas, out 20 nautical miles, Galveston Bay, until 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 2:47 p.m. Central Standard Time, severe thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Tabbs Bay to 9 nautical miles west of Eagle Point to 8 nautical miles west of Drum Bay, moving east at 30 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts in excess of 50 knots. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Boats could suffer significant structural damage in high winds. Small craft could capsize in suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include East Galveston Bay, Galveston Ship Channel, West Bay, Tabbs Buoy B, Galveston Bay Entrance, Galveston Bay, Drum Bay, Ofat Barrel, North Jetty, Galveston Pier 21, Trinity Bay, Galveston 221, Smith Point, Galveston 150, San Luis Pass, Galveston Causeway, Rollover Pass, High Island 63, Bastrop Bay, and Christmas Bay. This warning also includes the following channel lights: Houston Ship Channel Light 45, Houston Ship Channel Light 55, Bayport Ship Channel Light 5, Anahuac Channel Light 1, Galveston Channel Lighted Buoy 1, Houston Ship Channel Light 37, Dickinson Barrow Channel Buoy 17, Galveston Bay Entrance Channel Lighted Buoy 3, Galveston Bay Entrance Channel Lighted Buoy 1, and Houston Ship Channel Light 88. A tornado watch remains in effect until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for southeastern Texas and the adjacent coastal